really slight. You can see it's, I mean, you can hardly see it. That's how I did it in the show. So it was just sort of registered as a bit of a shadow. It's a really good way actually to do contouring if you're not sure what colour to get, because you can get all those really great kind of not too orangey colours of concealer. Sometimes it's easier to buy than regular contouring cream. So just a really little bit of shape in the face, touch onto the temples to get the shape and a little bit of warmth, but without affecting the kind of bluish rosiness of the tint of the lips. For the cheeks, I use this shade by Sunday Riley, which I love, and I particularly love the name because it's called Honeymoon Flush or Honeymoon Night or something. It's a really nice name. And I use that quite liberally onto the apples of the cheeks and then blended softly. I find I don't really need to powder this tinted primer. If you're very oily, you might find that you need to put a little bit of powder on it, but I find that I'm kind of fine to use either cream products on top of it or powder products on top of it, because it's neither too dry or too moist, so it kind of takes both really. So just building that up to give a really nice rosy flush. Now I'm going to use a little tissue actually, just to pat that down a little bit, so it really kind of pushes it into the skin. I want it to look like it's almost coming from within. So the finishing touches on the makeup were a little bit of gold just at the inner corner of the eye and then patted in. I've gone for a sort of mid-tone gold. If you are much paler than me, you could do something like a Manila Paper by MAC. If you have a much darker tone, maybe Gold Mine, so it's got a bit more colour to it. And I also used a little bit of highlighter, the powder, just right on the top of the cheekbone, not much. And just really smooth and pat that in. And as a real finishing touch for me, although I don't feel I need powder all over, I am just going to put a little bit on the sides of my nose. It looks fine now, but I know that I'm going to be really shiny in about half an hour. So I'm just going to preempt that with a bit of powder. At the show, once the girls were in their first outfits and in the lineup ready to go on the catwalk, I actually used some lip gloss, which is, this is a kind of beachy colour, onto their eyelids. So I dotted it around the centre and just patted it in. So it gave them like a really nice glossy lid, which looked really beautiful in the backstage pictures and also looked nice on the catwalk. Obviously, it's not great for everyday life because gloss tends to move around, so it will give your eye makeup a more lived in look. It can give your eyeshadow a more creasy effect and sort of soften the look of any liner. So if you like that look and you want to do the whole look, then just use any lip gloss and, as I say, pat over the centre of the eyelids. Just gives a really nice sheen to the lids. Anyway, that's the finished look, and I guess I have to thank the model that inspired me. You know, that often happens on jobs. Like, sometimes you have a sort of an idea. I mean, I never have everything completely planned out, but sometimes you have a vague idea about what you want to do. And then when you start the makeup, the model's face will inspire you, or one of the outfits they're going to wear, the textures, the colours, something, and everything will just change and go off a completely different tangent, and for the better. So that's definitely what happened in this case. And I was so happy when I saw them all in the outfits and ready and in the lineup. I was like, yes, that was the right decision. That lip colour worked perfectly. And I think it is a really easy to do, beautiful makeup look. It's achievable, it suits all different faces and all different skin tones, and I think it definitely works for pretty much every occasion. So I hope you like it.